That's right, guys. That's right. It's golf. Hang on. I'll be right back. I'm back. We're going to play some golf. When they announced a new PGA tour, I was the only one among my circle of friends that are gamers that got excited by that. Oh my God, what is... Look how fucking red his face is.
Presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Novola. We are back in the state of Pennsylvania getting set to kick off the round here at one of the great golf courses in the world, Oakmont Country Club. Frank, you're very familiar with it because you were right in the mix down the stretch at the 1994 U.S. Open right here at Oakmont.
And, Rich, it's so good just to be back here. You know, there's so much history in Oakmont. It's been a host to so many prestigious tournaments in our sport, such as the U.S. Amateur, the U.S. Open, the Women's U.S. Open, and the PGA Championship. It's just one of the true gems on the golf landscape.
That's my created character.
482-yard par 4 to start this round. Frank, break it down for us.
Well, the trees have long gone that sort of used to separate the first from the ninth fairway, which is just adjacent to that on the left side. But the bunkers down the left and the ones on the right, they still remain very much in play. And that's the biggest problem for the opening tee shot.
That is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Frank, what do we have with the approach shot here at number 1?
Well, the green, it slopes away from the players with the exception of the front of this green, which is like almost just a little bit of a ski slope and an upslope before it goes down. That's what makes judging that second shot so difficult. You've got to land that ball on the first 5 to 10 yards. No further, otherwise it skips through.
Oh, shit. Hang Oh, fuck.
Frank
Oh,
had hit
fuck.
the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
He'll need to be strong with this.
Ah, still too fucking far away. Fuck.
Frank, it's not about getting the ball close to the hole. From that spot,
Well, he had no chance to get it close. You know, I thought he had very, very, very little chance of getting it on the green. So, given that, that was a very good shot.
Oh, fuck.
well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
So a tester from 4 feet. To 1 over par early on in this round.
Yeah, I just called him man.
On the tee, ready to go.
All right. What is the... Let's see. All right. Yeah, I like it about there. Let me see something real quick. Okay, so let's see. Okay.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Getting
first
ready
shot
for the
is-
approach here at the par 4 second.
First shot is always the easiest. Get up there, you bastard.
So on the
Oh,
putting
man.
surface and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
What? Oh no! What the hell? Okay. Oh, fuck.
That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right.
Oh, god damn it. Fuck. Don't clap for that. That was awesome. That was awful. Don't clap. Ah, no.
Wow, I thought he made that.
Fuck. I did too. God damn it. The putts, man. The putts. Get it in there. Oh, you fucking... Fuck you. Man mail is
Just 5 feet left.
sucking buttholes, man.
Has not gotten off to a great start. 4 over.
Yeah, what a piece of shit. Fuck this guy.
So here we are at the 3rd hole, par 4. Again,
Fuck this person that I
428
made.
yards. Frank, have you ever seen anything quite like the bunkering that we have here on the left side of this hole?
No, the church pews, they're famous, obviously, for Oakmont, and they have that tendency to drag your eye to that left side. Really, you hit anything that you can get off on the fairway off this tee, whether it's a long iron, I don't care what it is. If you want to try and hit driver down there, well, good luck, because this really is about the second shot. Somehow avoid that trouble there so you've got a second shot.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good.
Whoa. Look at him.
Frank, on an uphill shot like this one, did you do anything differently in terms of your setup over the ball?
Yeah, I made sure the ball wasn't too far forward, because on an uphill shot, there's always a struggle to get all your weight going forward.
Oh, God.
Enough on that one.
Ah, no.
You seem to baby it.
I didn't put enough ass on it.
He's set up for his 3rd shot here, looking to get it on the green with this.
God, that sucked.
Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop. Well, Rich, it's been a disaster until this point, but there's an escape clause. If he can make bogey from here,
Oh, fuck.
that'll be some
man.
doing, something to be proud of.
You'll feel actually pretty good. Sometimes you see players walk off a hole with a little bounce in their step, even after a bogey, because they've had to work hard for it. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
Oh.
Frank, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Just broke away at the last second.
Son of a bitch. Yeah. Yeah, throw that
This
club
one
down.
was just a nightmare from the start, and now he has this for triple bogey. That hole certainly got the best of him. Triple bogey. 4th hole
Why
now.
is he even
Long
competing?
par 5 at
Why is he even
609
competing?
yards. He'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. We're also seeing more long putters in the game.
Yeah, there's a choice. If you don't feel comfortable with a normal grip and you've got a few nerve issues,
would.
then you can, well, use a longer version, jam it in your chest, have a different fulcrum point.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over
Oh,
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Good looking shot right here. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
there. It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
oh, fuck. Close.
Pretty good effort right there. And getting ready for the putt. This golf course has been demanding today, and the scores reflect that. 7 over par. Take you up now to the 5th hole, 382-yard par 4. Frank, what do you think of the 5th?
An excellent tee shot is required here with just a long iron. Even something as short as a 4-iron is fine because the hole's not overly long. If you can bisect the bunkers on both sides, that's the key there. Second shot's going to be a little downhill.
Frank, what do your eyes tell you as you look at this second shot here at the 5th hole at Oakmont?
Well, it's another typical U.S. Open second shot where often you're not looking at the flag. You're trying to pick that section, which is about 7 or 8 yards on the front right of that green. And then you can see what the green will do with it. If you come in with a shorter club, it'll stop, won't roll as much. A longer club, it will curve around to the left a little more. This is all about finding that spot rather than hitting it at the flag.
He'd love to get this one. Big putt for birdie.
Fuck. Ah, I didn't go out enough.
That may have been a bit too much to ask for there. That distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
Shouldn't be a problem here. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
In the new... Oh,
Well, he knew it right from the start. Just a poor putt.
Yeah, in the new PGA Tour, I want...
Just a couple of feet. Well, you almost lose count
want
at
the
this
golfers
point.
to
Safe to say, not under par. In fact,
just
well over par.
throw full on
Par
fucking
3/6 here at
tantrums.
Oakmont. Frank, it's changed a bit since you played here in the U.S. Open back in 1994.
Yes, it has, Rich. They used to have a bunker behind the screen, sort of back left. They've removed that now and actually increased the back of this green. I'm not going to say it makes the hole that much easier. It just gives them a few more places to cut a flag when they choose to stick it in the back.
Oh, man. Okay.
Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
And he's made the green.
Yep, the course is mocking him. making him look like a goddamn fool. A fooly-cooly.
So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 5th hole seems to have knocked him off course just a bit. And we've come to the par 4 7. It is 434 yards.
Sorry, guys. Okay. What? Ah!
Our featured golfer setting up for another approach. Really needs to get something going here, Frank.
And that green right now must look like the size of a thimble.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Oh, come on.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. Here at the 8th at Oakmont, a famous hole, and Frank, it's not often we say of a par 3 that it is a beast, but the 8th at Oakmont is just that.
Yeah, you can imagine a 300-yard par 3 to a flat green. That would be hard enough. But imagine a 300-yard par 3 at a U.S. Open to a green that goes up at the front and then crowns at the top and then slips away at both sides. That's the 8th hole.
Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, yeah.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Oh,
just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. Always 2 components to the long lag putt, the speed, number 1, and then the read. He missed out on that second part. Has this to save par. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
Why is he in this tournament with all these professionals?
Calling the medics, Frank. Can't stop the bleeding here.
Just racking the bogeys up.
Listen to these guys.
Rounding out the front 9 here at Oakmont. Frank, it looks to be straight away, uphill, anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, there certainly is. Years gone by, this was a par 5 for the US Opens of yesteryear. Par 5 still for the members. And the reason why is it's a little bit uphill, semi-blind tee shot, bunkers left and right, and of course rough if you miss those. This is one of those holes, even though it's a par 4 now, you miss the fairway here, you are not reaching this green into.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
This is a testing approach shot, isn't it, Frank, at the 9th?
It is, Rich. The green actually might look big, and the reason why it looks big is actually that's part of the practice putting green, which is on the back of that. And the reason why I know that is because I've actually had to putt in a championship while other people were warming up to go off later on. So big green it might look, it plays small. And it is anything other than flat.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. And at last, he has made a birdie.
And what can he do from here, though? Is that the start of something? It looks like it is.
Played very poorly on the front, but still a chance to get it back here on the back 9.
Yeah, this is where you just simply have to eradicate what's been. You know, golf is that game of keep doing what's in front of you. Keep moving one step at a time.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
In the fairway here at the 10th. Nice way to start off the back 9.
Yep.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Frank, I don't recognize this guy right now.
Yeah, that ship was sinking, but it looks like he's an excellent chance right now to right the ship.
That is an excellent bounce back. Had a tough stretch there, but now back-to-back birdies and on track once again. Pretty short hole here at the 11th. It's only 379 yards, par 4. Here's the approach shot, starting to find the rhythm now after that balky beginning.
Yeah, good opportunity here. Flag very much one you can aim at, and especially as they're starting to play well.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
with that putt, now at 8 over.
Okay.
We are at the par 5 12th here at Oakmont. This is a big par 5 at 667 yards.
I got it.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the player's shots, that's for sure. Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole.
Second shot. Oh, and it gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut.
That's not too bad. Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad. Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
Damn.
You've got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Fuck!
Well, Frank, you hate to miss the green on a par 5 with your third shot.
Well, they say par 5s are the easiest holes to birdie, but the hardest holes to make 4. Making a 6, though, that certainly sets yourself backwards. So tough up and down.
Oh, no.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. And getting ready for the putt.
Jeez.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt.
Close. Come on, man.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
So they'll tap in. Been a rocky round. From a long par 5 to a relatively short par 3. We're at the 13th at Oakmont, 183 yards. Frank?
Another hole, because of the shape of this green, that you're almost breaking down into 3 sections. That front little circle you can see, the bit in the middle or the bit at the back. You're trying to play to one of those 3 sections. Should be safely on deck.
That is classy.
A chance of going in.
That's sexy.
Just 5 feet left.
Oh, no!
Robbed, Frank.
No,
Fuck!
it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
It's like kissing your mother-in-law. What the hell?
He'll take par and move on.
Oh, man. Man mail is just...
Rich Lerner back with you at the 14th hole at Oakmont. And this is a hole that offers up a pretty good scoring opportunity, a short par 4 at 358 yards. Frank, this one's not looking good.
Oh, no, 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 no,
Certainly
no,
not
no,
down
no,
the
no,
fairway
no,
line,
no,
heading towards the
no,
rough.
no.
Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. Frank, in golf, as we know, there's short grass and there's long grass. We all want to be in that short grass, but it doesn't always work out that way. So what's the most important element from the shot, from the rough?
You have to be a little bit more conservative first and foremost, because you can't guarantee a perfect strike out of the long grass. So therefore you have to look around the greens, maybe short, to the right, to the left, and realize what's involved. And also just give yourself a slightly bigger target.
Too much distance.
Looks like he just misread that.
Yeah. Yeah. What a piece of shit.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
This one has a good line. Oh, he's going to
Oh,
love
wow.
it. Great
Got
putt.
it. Nice. Okay.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Navalo. We're at the 14th hole at Oakmont Country Club. Frank, it's only 358 yards. How good is the scoring opportunity here?
This is certainly one of the best chances on the back nine here for birdie. That's for sure, Rich. Just a long iron off the tee there, threaded in between bunkers that adorn both sides of this fairway. To set up to what you would say on Oakmont standards is a relatively gentle green.
Good tee shot, right in the fairway, and plenty long. Frank, deep into a final round at a U.S. Open at Oakmont. This approach shot at 15, this is where you really need to be focused.
You do. The front third of the screen slopes back towards the front right of the green. Then everything in the middle starts to kick towards the right and then the back. So it's a case like so many other greens here, using the slopes in your favor. So pick the right club. Try and adjust and, well, in the back of your mind, allow for the amount of roll that the ball's going to take when it hits the green.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Mm-hmm. 28 fucking feet. 4-inch slope. Damn, it's taking a sweet time reading it. Wow. Okay. That's the first time that's ever happened.
Had every chance of going in.
Fuck!
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Fuck.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
You almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. On to 16 now at 231-yard par 3.
Come on, man mail. Oh, jeez. Look at that wind.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. On the green, and a chance for birdie. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Boy. Fairly straightforward. Oh! No! No!
That may have been a bit too much to ask for there. That distance.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt,
believe it.
but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
This is a good-sized putt, 27 feet away. Nope. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress
No,
for
he
the next
didn't.
one.
There's at least 2 feet there.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. In for a bogey. Now on to the 17th hole, and Frank, in so many ways, this determined the outcome of the 2007 U.S. Open. Jim Furyk had his issues here. It's just 313 yards, but it can really play with a player's mind.
Yeah, it's really such an unusual par 4 for a U.S. Open, plus also where it comes in the round, because the options, and there's only really two, is like a 4 or 5 iron, sneak it up the right side, or you take a driver directly at the green. You would think there's something in between, but really there isn't. And that's why, to your point, it stopped Jim Furyk, it stopped Tiger Woods, it allowed Cabrera to win. It also helped Ernie Els, who went with the driver option there back in 1994. So 17, it's short, it's tempting, it is at a U.S. Open, but it is still demanding.
On the green, short, but plenty of real estate between the ball and the hole. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. No, God, what?
Well, we've seen this before today. In the bunker.
God damn it. Oh, man, God hates me.
Well, in the sand, but it has been raked nicely, looking
no.
for something positive.
Yeah.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Set from the bunker. This is 5th shot.
Just a short bunker shot. So open your feet up, open the club face up, little splash out.
Oh, well, this is a player's nightmare. Still in the bunker.
Yeah, he's starting to fill up his shoes with sand.
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Once you hit double the par, it is time to just pick up and move on. Count that as a quadruple bogey. Great finishing hole here at Oakmont, Frank, the 18th.
I remember back in 1994, this was the last hole in a U.S. Open ever played by Arnold Palmer. You couldn't pick a better finishing hole to win a championship or say farewell. Sweet. Straight down the middle.
All right, calm down, Male.
Now the second shot here at the finishing hole at Oakmont in the U.S. Open Championship. And Frank, what is the key here?
That second shot, last part plays a little bit uphill. Remember, there's a false front on this green, so this ball does not land at least 5 or 6 yards on the front of the screen. It's going to come back. And there's a little swale in the middle. This ball has to be judged correctly.
Birdie try up next. Locked in on the read and the speed.
Putts. Their fucking worst enemy. Okay. It's pretty straightforward. Or not.
Came to the putt, excited to make birdie.
Fuck.
Now, settle for par.
Now,
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Knuckles, man.
disappointing round overall, Frank. It looks as though the range is going to get a visit today.
Oh, yeah. Grab a bucket of balls, and you've got to work out the swing as quick as possible.
Come on, man, male. Seriously, man, like, what's these photos of Rory McIlroy?
EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Well, hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, and we'll be calling all the action for today's event. Frank, you and I have covered golf around the world for a pretty long time, and I've never seen anything like this. This is just an absolute mind-blower.
It is. The design team of EA Sports have come up with something that is truly a pleasure. You're going to see steam engines going across the canyons. You're going to be hitting shots that you never thought were imaginable on a golf course. This golf course, 8,600 yards. I know we're at altitude, but if you look down, you're going to see that Colorado River. Now, if you're scared of heights, well, then certainly don't look that way. You can go around, over canyons. You can bounce it off rock faces. This is up to you on how you want to play it.
All right, Frank, we are ready to go, and this is a big, bold opening hole.
Most people would probably bail out to the right. If you do that, then that rock pile that you can see is definitely going to be in the way of your second shot, so you're going to have to go around it. So you have to be brave straight out of the gate and hit it slightly left of that. But don't miss it, because you'll pay a big price.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
What is going on here?
These winds have held up all day long, definitely playing a part in the shot making we're seeing out there today.
Oh, God.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
No, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
And getting ready for the putt.
Oh, fuck, man.
Frank, not exactly the kind of putt you want to start off the round.
Yeah, it looks like first hole nerves. Just needs to shake it off, take the bogey, and he's going to have to start again on the next.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Get it.
No, that's a shot gone forever.
Yeah, I hope we get to
Just a couple of feet. At +2 already.
and also I hope the character customization is more robust.
Frank, this requires one good, solid shot.
Your driver might be too much, given this altitude, so you just have to lay back a little bit.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second.
Now it's at sneaky distance.
Oh, come on.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Putt for par. He needs one. 2 over for the day.
Little dust devil going on.
Yeah, this is a daunting tee shot. Long par 5. You can see the arches somehow keep the ball either low enough. If you hit one up a little too high, then you will catch the top of the arch.
You want to take it right under it, Frank? This is a really cool-looking tee shot, isn't it?
It's very intimidating. You can hit it either left or right of the rock pile up ahead. Either way will work, but if you hit it down the right, you're going to have to cut that second shot. This is like hitting down a railway line.
Hard left doesn't look that good to me. That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Playing his third here at the par 5.
This is definitely not going down the fairway.
That doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. In the thick stuff.
Heck, it's brutal out there.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. Anything you change in your technique when a ball's sitting down a little bit?
Yeah, you put the ball back a little bit further in your stance because you're going to get a bit of grass between the ball and the club face. So you have to allow for that and keep that club moving. That grass is going to be that grass is going to create a certain amount of resistance.
Get in. Oh, that's pretty good.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Settles in over the putt. Frank, we hear the sports psychologists so often say, put the mistake behind you, live in the moment. Easier said than done.
It is, male, female. It doesn't. It certainly affects everybody that plays this game, and somehow you've got to play. You've heard the old cliche, one shot at a time, but this is why it's so important, because if anything from the past creeps in, it really does affect on what you do after that.
Okay.
Steeply up the hill here. This is going to play very long. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing. Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
Hasn't been easy, but he'll take it. That's a par. 3 over for the day. Well, Frank, there is a downhill shot, and then there is this at the par 3 fifth.
Big change in elevation. Drop shot par 3, you would normally say, but the length of the hole, around 230 yards makes that a little bit longer than a drop shot. Very, very daunting view. A little oasis surrounds this green here, as well as those 2 bunkers. Long? Well, you don't want to be long, to state the obvious or the inevitable for some.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Every once in a while, you're reminded this is a pretty... Lost that one out of bounds, and that is a costly stroke. This will be the 3rd shot after being penalized for going out of bounds.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, what? Oh, no. right. Okay, we're gonna go down. Wow, like it doesn't.
Didn't go your way. It happens in golf, so just pick up and move on.
Well,
We'll hop on board, Frank, here at the par 5 6th. There's the moving train.
Hopefully it's the birdie train and not the bogey train. The archers, as the train just passes by, they have to also be negotiated. Catch one a little high and it may be a little too good, and you might hit the top of that. Somehow keep it underneath that, and you'll see the hole start to bend to the left. This par 5 is reachable, but it is going to take some doing. It's a rocky road. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there.
yep.
Rich, it's not all gone. This is where you can pick yourself off the canvas. Start to string together 1 or 2 good shots in a row.
Wipe away all the negative thoughts from the bad start and just try to focus on what's in front of you. Little uphill to this green, Frank. Frank, safe to say he is not having his best day out here today. What kind of advice do you give a player who's struggling?
Well, you just almost got to forget what's happened. I know that's easier said than done. Just start a clean slate. Just hit a good shot. Just find a fairway. Don't try and get too specific. There's enough out there. The greens are big enough. Just find a piece of green. Find a piece of fairway. Maybe knock a couple of putts in. And then let it add up in your direction.
Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Oh, man.
And he's made the green.
Suck. Suck. Get it in, fucker. Just, oh, no.
He can't believe it. Thought it was in.
Yeah, just give up, man.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Oh, fuck.
Man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This, I hate to say it, for a triple bogey. Been a rocky round.
It hurts. It hurts. Not gonna lie.
Now to the par 4 7th. This is an S-turn fairway created by the canyon, Frank, 395 yards.
Let's see here.
Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle nose down.
Can't even see it from here. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. So from the rough back to the fairway. That's the right way to go.
Me,
Yeah, didn't take the bait. And at least now, he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
That could have gone in. That totally could have gone in.
It's no snack, though.
Get in there. Oh, fuck.
Frank, we see it every single round. These kind of putts determine whether it's a good score or an average score.
Yeah, and just like that, a bogey. And does not feel like he deserves it.
not feel like he deserves it. Oh my God. Can I? Yeah. I hit my fucking caddy.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Well,
Yeah,
double par here. Time to pick up and move on.
I was trying to hit my fucking caddy, but
Now to the very long par 5 8th here in the canyon. Just a little 743-yard hole, Frank.
Yeah, that's a first for the books. Remember the US Open at Olympic? When they got a par 5 to stretch to 700 yards. Now, easily exceeds that number.
How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
He'll take that one all day long. Very solid, about 15 feet away. And getting ready for the putt. Ooh, so close. Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th. These putts keep the round together.
I don't think a tourniquet is going to work after that one.
Tough to watch. Ready to round out the front side on this par 4. It is another steep drop here, Frank.
oh man!
This is
All right,
hole is
guys, I'm gonna
enormous.
hop off here.
We've blown past the days of
Bunch of
500-yard par
Bunch
4s.
of fucking shit.
And we're into
Everybody
the high
have a good night.
600-yard markers. And that